Hello, this is Danielle. I have a few minutes between errands and going to my son's IEP meeting, and I just wanted to check in and fulfill yesterday's challenge, the video on kind of reflecting back over the course of this fitness group and challenge group to see what worked and what really I got out of it. And to be honest, I've actually had a great time. It's been very fun and very fulfilling. The biggest thing I love about this group is the accountability, because I tend to kind of put myself last and life kind of goes on around me and I just get through the day. I swim upstream and do what I do. So it's been really fun to kind of have this little group to keep me accountable and to continue forcing myself to carve out that time to allow me the ability to, number one, nurture myself, but to also just fulfill all those personal needs I've kind of put on the back burner. With that, sorry, there was a near car accident in the parking lot I'm in. Anyways, with that, accountability is the number one thing. The second area I've really enjoyed is the personal development book. I've done actually 3 books. The first one was Adult Children Being Raised by Emotionally Immature Parents, which was very great. It taught me a lot about myself and a lot of the quirks I have. Which would explain a lot of the, not self-neglect, but putting yourself last issues there, and that perfectionist tendency that I carry. In addition, I read another one called Running on Empty, which basically was very worthwhile read as well. Kind of taught me to, kind of brought the first book I read to a deeper level. And again, the common theme was healing from childhood wounds, and also sorry, I got text messages. Healing from childhood wounds, but also cutting that cycle so I'm not passing that on to my children. And it's been so eye-opening and so huge in my development, my husband's development, and just with our kids, it's been monumental. So that was a great book I recommend to all of you guys that might have little issues where you had a great childhood. There was nothing wrong with your childhood. It was actually perfect. But you always felt like there was a component missing. And what I learned through these books is that component is the emotional connection. Being able to talk about emotions. I'm feeling sad, and having a parent that nurtures those feelings rather than just kind of doesn't know how to nurture it, so they kind of avoid it altogether. So reflecting on my childhood, that was a huge issue that I've carried into adulthood. And I always looked at the world so differently than my family did, and I still continue to do. So it was really eye-opening to see that it was nothing I did wrong. It was just an immature mindset that they carried and parented with, and it was so freeing. So that was my absolute favorite component of this challenge so far. In addition to that, the fitness area, I tend to either I'm all or nothing personality, so I'm 100% committed or I'm 100% off the boat. So with this challenge, there's been a lot of forgiveness, so I really have liked that, and that really kind of taught me that, you know what, you can fail and you can pick yourself back up. So there's been many instances where I have fallen off the wagon and then got back on. So I really love that. I've learned that flexibility and forgiveness is there to me. It doesn't have to be perfect all the time, and if it's not perfect, you can always get back on and start again. So I've really enjoyed that avenue. I've enjoyed the whole experience. It's been great. So I thank you, Cynthia, and I thank you for all the challenge group members that are in this with me. I wish you guys all a wonderful day and a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.